With that again, I do very much encourage questions. Keep your mics muted unless you have a question so that you don't distort the audio, affect the audio from everybody else. I just
we are seeing it.
I'm not sure if they hear me.
I'm hearing whoever, not sure I'm hearing them. So guys, just give me a second. Cool guys, so I am back. So we have a couple of you on the call for a while. Should have more joining in, but we're not gonna wait on them. Value everybody's time. So guys, before we get started, anybody has any questions so far that they want to throw out to me before we get started and what I want to cover with you all? I could possibly see if we're all on the same page and what I want to cover. While I think about your questions, I'm going to grab my book. Cool. So I don't hear anybody ask any questions, but for those who saw the post that I made this morning with the caption, "Are you using the services or are you utilizing services provided to you?" Those 4 trades, basically 2 of them were directly off the harmonic scanner, and I literally placed them before I went to bed last night. And it didn't take me more than 5 minutes to place the both of them, analyze the both of them, and decided that, this is what I wanted to enter with. The other two, basically, they were straight technical analysis that, I looked at as well. I think Euro USD was off the scanner as well. But the Bitcoin one, that was, just straight technicals. And, this is, for those who were on the last call and the calls before that, we'll always preach, and I'll always preach this. The fundamental to Forex trading is technical analysis. Yes, I told us as I'm reading a private message here from somebody on this call. Okay, cool. This is a training call for Forex, but that's a cool question. The question was asked, I'd kind of like to know what the 145 per month entails. Does it include swipe trades and the web analyzer, or is it just a platform trading service? Okay, so let me share my screen and show you what it is about. But the 145 is your platinum package. And your platinum package entails the web analyzer, well, sorry, not the web analyzer, the harmonic scanner, IML Academy, IML TV, and daily swing trades. If you want swipe trades on the web analyzer, they are both separately priced at $15 each. So if you want to have those services, you could just add it on in your back office, and it will now be, instead of 145, it will be 145 plus, if you want both of them, it'll be plus $30. If you want just one, it'll be plus $15. And guys, I have no problem answering any questions. I would very much appreciate if you're asking a question. Feel free and drop it in the public chat instead of private messaging me, so everybody else could get the benefit of seeing the question as well. If you want, you could, voice the questions too by unmuting your mics. So back to what I was saying with, the trades this morning. It was straight off technicals, and it was, I've always loved the technical aspect of trading Forex. I've seen a lot of people, with a lot of different things, and I'm by no means discrediting it. I want everybody on this call to know tonight that you will find ways that are so much different than many people that is profitable to you. And let me help you out with why that will be so. But, before that, let me share with you this. The ways that you will find, and you may share it with somebody else, and they will be like, no, that can't work, and you shouldn't be doing it that way, and you shouldn't be doing this way. And, all of the talk that basically telling you why you shouldn't do it, but yet still you're profitable doing it. Now, I am one that like to go by the books in the sense that I will find interesting ways to do things that the book says, right? But I'll also find ways to do it outside of the books as well. And what I've realized, and it's, you will hear it from Daisy to John Mark to anyone, Christopher Derrick, Mike Miles, any one of our educators that has been trading for, X amount of time, that have ample experience. They're going to say, trading is 90% mental and 10% technical. Most people believe it's all technical. You see that 90% mental part of it? It is what makes your strategy, your technique so profitable to you because you believe in it. It may sound so corny as to the market doesn't move on your belief. And guys, guess what? The market does not move on your belief. It's not that you believe it's going to go up, that it goes up, or you believe it's going to go down, that it goes down. It doesn't work that way. But it's 90% mental that gives you the ability to believe in your strategy. And, that tends to work for a lot of people. But what I'm here to share with you guys is, whatever you find working for you, by all means, do it. I will add this. If you're doing it against what everybody else is saying to do, that is working for them, please practice proper risk management because I am by no means a Forex guru. I'm by no means an expert trader. I'm very good. I'm very proficient at what I do. I will say, however, in my time in trading Forex, the biggest lesson I have learned that I wish everybody learn very fast is 1, don't rob yourself of the process. 2, eat little and live long. If, you see that 5% trading plan that, we show everybody, guys, anybody doesn't know the 5% trading plan? If you don't know, don't feel bad. Just probably, drop a 2 in the comment, in the chat box if you do not know what the 5% trading plan is. But that is the best thing for anybody to follow. And if you are the one that likes to be greedy and likes to be risky and likes to, say that I could get more than 5% today, why should I only settle for 5%? This is my advice to you. Get 2 accounts. One account that you're religiously and you're disciplined and you're strictly following a 5% rule. And the next account, you can do your wonders with it. Why do I say that? It's because you're gonna thank me for it 6 months from now. I can guarantee you that one. You're gonna thank me for it 6 months from now. 6 months from now, when you religiously compound whatever size of account by 5% per day, you're gonna have tremendous growth. Because 5% in 30 days is 300% growth. So just think about it 6 months from now. So guys, with that being said, I hope you guys taking copious notes. I really do. Whether you take it in point form or write down everything that I possibly say. I just hope you're taking notes. Do anything you want to do, but just do these 2 things. follow proper risk management. And the next thing is trade and make your daily goals, your 5% if that's your daily goal, and close out, come out. If you want to continue trading, do one out of two things. One, continue trading on your demo account. Two, open a separate live account for your, all right, let me put it this way, your wild behaviors. You want to be you go ahead and do it with a separate account. So, you know, with that being said, I see we have a lot of new faces, a lot of new names on the chat. So I want to get into some basics, and I want to tie the basics into, you know, actual application. So let me get my stuff up here. Where is it? Okay. Zoom is telling me I can't minimize if I'm recording. So great, guys. So check this out. So you make sure your right screen is sharing. No, the wrong screen was sharing. Okay, I lost it. All right, for some reason tonight this is not cooperating with me, but we will get it. All right, cool. There we are. So for those who new on the call, those who old on the call, those who has already been, you know, trading, guess what? It doesn't get better than this. And if you do not have what I'm about to say down, go back to the basics. If you do not have this, go back to it. I will post this out for everybody who wants it after to continue with it. And, you know, you guys could go trade for yourself, but this is it, guys. This is really where everything is. So, you know, I will always say this. You want to picture yourself as a lawyer. You know, a lawyer goes to court. Lawyer's simple job is to prove somebody innocent or prove somebody guilty. And for them to do that, they need to build a case against, you know, the person. If they're innocent, they need to provide the facts, the evidence to prove this person innocent. Or if somebody is guilty, they also need to provide, you know, the proof to prove this person guilty of whatever it is. You want to consider yourself that way. You want to consider yourself the lawyer for Forex. Why? It's because when you're making a decision to click sell or click buy, you want to have, you know, you want to have your proof, you want to have your evidence, you want to have your reason why. It's not just because you feel like it. It's because you have your reason why you want to take a trade. And, you know, we always say you want to have a confirmation checklist for every trade that you get into, so that it's like I was sharing with somebody today, you know, you could place a trade at a particular entry price, right? And let's say you want to buy. It doesn't mean that because you click buy here, the market should shoot up and go in an upward direction and it goes into a buy. For all you know, it may take a couple minutes, it might take a couple hours before the market actually does what it have to do, consolidate in that zone before it continue going up into the buy that you wanted to. But let me share this with you. Let's say you place a buy on a trade and it takes 9 hours before the trade actually goes into the direction that you want. Let's say it's a buy. So for that 9 hours, you are, you know, in and out of it. You're watching your phone, you're watching your laptop, you're watching your computer, you're seeing it going into profits, you're seeing it going into negatives, you're seeing it going to plenty profits, a little bit of profits, because it's just consolidating there, but it's not really making a move. Chances are some of you might come out with a little bit of profits, Some of you might come up with a little bit of losses and decide that, you know, this thing not going where it's supposed to go. Let me cut my losses short, or let me take my profits small and walk away. And then, you know, when you check back your phone, your laptop, let's say a few hours after, or maybe the next day, you feel even more sick because you just realized that the trade went exactly where you wanted it to go. But because you was not confident in what you were doing, you closed off your trades with a little bit of profits, some profits, or a little bit of losses. I'm not too sure. Did that happen to anybody on this call so far? Drop a 1 in the chat box if that happened to you. Guess what? It did happen to me. Guys, nothing, I'm pretty sure of this, nothing that you think that you're going through, I didn't go through. I'm not saying that I'm the best at everything, but I'm saying that I'm pretty sure that, you know, whatever you going through right now, I'm pretty sure I walked that road already. Blown accounts, lost money, made plenty money, feel sick, want to cry, want to mash up your phone, want to, you name it, we did it. And, you know, it's all part of the learning curve. This is why, you know, I will always say there's 2 ways to learn anything in life. Mistakes, mentors. You have a choice to do the mistakes and learn from your mistakes, or take mentorship and, you know, let that work for you. You know, typical trainees, typical humans, we learn both ways, right? But I would prefer to learn through mentorship. So guys, this is why you wanna somebody something.
No. I know.
I think somebody's mic was just unmuted. No problem. Yeah, so this is why you wanna, you know, have your confirmations written down. Whether you know, as a new person, you wanna write them down. So you have your book or whatever, and you have your confirmations that you need to have. And before you place a trade, you make sure that you put a tick next to all these things. So you know, okay, I just placed a trade on Euro JPY and it met 5 out of 5 of my confirmations, or it met 4 out of 5. That way, you know, if you see the market doing what it needs to do, guess what? You don't freak out, you don't sweat over it, you just leave it and let it happen. I'm not too sure if you guys remember what I said when I started the call, but the 2 of the trades were off the harmonic scanner. Before I went to sleep, I saw it. It took me less than 5 minutes to look at it, decided that I wanted to place the trade, and I went to sleep. I got up in profits this morning. And this is the next thing. Like when I place a trade, I do not watch the market, especially that Bitcoin trade. I placed that trade and I forgot about it. I literally remember that on Sunday. I was like, whoa, I have a trade, yo, over the weekend. I kind of like to trade Bitcoin on a Saturday when the markets close. It's kind of cool for testimony wise. When people, you know, be like, yo, we still make money on a Friday, on a Saturday market close. Yeah, we could still trade cryptocurrencies. So I kind of like to trade Bitcoin. I mightn't trade Bitcoin for the whole week, but I'll trade it on the weekends just to, you know, show that, hey, we could do it. But I forgot about it. And this typically happens to me that, you know, I place trades. And when I look back on my phone, it's either 1 or 2 things. It hit my take profit or it hit my stop loss. And guess what? Like I could say I'm up in the 90s in percentage of profitable. Why is that? It's because of I don't just take any and any trade. Before I used to place anything, I feel it going so, I feel it going so. I don't do that anymore. If I am not confident in it, guess what? I've heard this, and I'm sure a lot of you are hearing this, but it may not register with you now, but eventually it will. Sometimes the best trades are no trades. That is why sometimes I may not even place a trade for the day. And why I may not place a trade for the day is because 1, I may probably have a lot of meetings that day that I just don't have the time to sit down and be composed to look at the chart, to look at the scanner. So I choose not to trade when I'm flustered or when I'm busy. I choose not to trade. That is just me. And another thing is that, you really don't need to be hunting down the market. You just need to get, the perfect trade setups, and you will get those trade setups almost every day. You just need to know what you're looking for. And on this slide, what we're going to cover is what to look for. So let me get into it with you. So basically, all of this is in the IML Academy. These are the slides. We just screenshotted them. So, what she said here is, upon finishing this lesson, you should know the answers to the following questions. What are 5 confirmations that you can use when entering into a market? Why do you need confirmation? Why do we respond to the market and not try to make predictions? I guess that was what I was talking about all the time, right? We don't think the market is going there. We don't have a crystal ball. We just respond to the market. Anyhow, I'll share that story later on. Chatting with another guy about this and all this morning. So what are we watching for? Guys, what we're looking for is, these are the criteria. Is the market trending? Do we have support? Do we have resistance? Do we have long wicks? Is it in consolidations? Could we see a trend line on it? Could we place one? Is price moving in the direction? Was there a retest or a pullback? These are the criteria that we're looking at. Don't bother to, take screenshots of your screen right now. Don't worry to, take notes on it when it comes to the slide, that is, because I will post a link to this slide that you all can download. What is a trend? You guys could slow me down if I'm going too fast, but I don't want to go too fast because I want to kind of do a practical application of it before we end up. Discover the trend. You want to go with the flow, and you want to look at higher time frames to find the overall trend of the market. Sometimes I look at some people's phone and they're on the 1 minute chart, and I'm like, uh-oh. They're on the 5 minute chart, and I'm like, uh-oh. But guess what, guys? I also trade. Last week I had some time. I couldn't sleep, and I was trading off the 5 and 15 minute charts, and that was really cool. Guess what? Exact same thing we're doing here that I'm going to show you is the exact same thing I was doing off the 5 and 15 minute charts. There's nothing different. It's just different time frames. So you guys can make some quick bucks there as well. Moving on. Identifying the trend. Now on the left hand side of the screen, you're going to see a uptrend. On the right hand side, you're going to see a downtrend. Now an uptrend is basically the market is moving in the upward direction. What you're going to see is, the market is making a higher highs and higher lows. The white boxes are higher high points, and the purple boxes are higher low points, right? Let me kind of draw it out so you could see. So the market basically went here. This is the higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, went to higher high, and higher low, higher high. That is where we saw the market. You guys could identify that so far, right? You could see where the market's made a higher high, where it made a higher low, right? For instance, if you look at this purple box was higher than this white box. This purple box higher than this white box. Basically, this purple box higher than this white box. This purple box still higher than this white box. So you guys catching the drift with there with me? You guys following what I'm saying? Drop a 2 in the comment box. It doesn't make sense. I'm going on and people not catching it. Also, if somebody is not getting it and want me to go over it, drop a 1 in the box, because guess what? We have some more experienced ones and we have some brand new people. And brand new people, guess what? We love you the same way. Cool. I don't see no ones. Guys, I will also say this. The person that does not ask a question does not learn. The person with closed mouths does not get fed. So don't feel shame to ask. That's the only way you're gonna learn. So directly the opposite now, guys. Let me clear out all of that. Now check this out. A downtrend now is where we have lower highs and lower lows. So we have a high point, yeah, have a low point, high point, low point, high point, and all our high points are lower than the previous high, right? So this drop down, this high is lower than the last high, this low is lower than the last low, this high is lower than the last high, this low is lower than the last low. Okay, my finger stayed too long. Oops. Okay, not too sure what happened there, but stop drawing. And it wants to do what it wants to do. Cool. But you guys catch your drift, right? Let me see if I could get it back. So likewise, you know, this is what's going to happen. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? And this is how you identify a downtrend. Now, you want to trade according to the trend. Then you're going to get to a point that you could trade against the trend. That comes with experience. Right now, you want to learn to trade with the trend. And when you get really good experience, then trading against the trend, with the trend, anyhow, it will be simple for you. So moving on. Everybody's good with identifying the trend. Support and resistance. Guys, this is, to me, the most major part of Forex trading. To be quite honest, those trades that I placed off this candle last night, entry was at a support. I saw take profit one at previous resistance. The RSI was good for me, and that was it. I just placed the trade. Wasn't no big match for me. My confirmation on it was a harmonic pattern. Market is currently oversold. Scanner is calling for a buy. It is currently at support. I see a trending market. I didn't draw a trend line, but I could have seen it with my eyes that to complete the trend and for price to touch back the trend line, it would have touched it around take profit one, between take profit one and take profit two. So I safely put my, take profit at take profit one. And I basically placed the trade there. So I think that's like about 7 confirmations right there. So you see, when I talk about building a case on, your entries, that is how I build my case. And guess what? I did 2 trades like that, and both of them happened in 5 minutes. And it happened just the way I spoke to you there. It's just the way I will look at it. I will look at it, and in my mind, I will be saying, okay, I see this, I see that, I see the other, and, tra-la-la-la-la, buy, tra-la-la-la, sell. And I really am excited for everybody on this call to get to the point that it happens like that for them. So support and resistance, major. Many of you who close to me will know that I will always say, if you want to do trading and you really want to focus on it, send me a chart, draw up support and resistance first. Show me that you could identify it. So let me break it down for those of you who are on the call that are seeing it for the first time. Support zones are consider the floor that you're standing on, or, well, I know most of you might be sitting, but think about yourself standing. The floor that you're standing on, consider support like that. You could jump on the floor and you may not break through, right? Hopefully on some solid ground. So that is your support zone. Your resistance zone, I want you to picture it and think about it like the ceiling above your head, like your roof, right? You could jump, you might butt your head, but guess what? You will not be able to break through the ceiling with your head and go to the next level, right? So consider that the ceiling. Consider that resistance, right? That is just how I learned it. That is kind of like an easy way for me to remember it. So now I know it's straight up support and resistance instead of a floor and a ceiling, right? But you do whatever it takes for you to memorize it, for you to remember it, for you to understand it. So what I'm going to do here is identify basically resistance zones for you. So if you look up here, you saw the market came up here and it basically acted like a ceiling. It could not go further. It touched that point and it fell back down. If you look over here, you're going to see the same thing happen here. You look over here, the same thing happen here. You look over here, the same thing happen here, right? So this is what we call zones. Even if you look over here, you could see that it happened there as well. Now, support and resistance are basically zones in the market. It's not really this imaginary straight line that is there, but we typically use a line. So if you look in the background, you could see a white line. But if you look, there's a purple box. So, you could get to the point that you're using lines. That's when you get better at it. But as now you could use, box, like this purple box. And that is now a zone for you. So you could identify a broader area. So at least you're seeing it. So basically what you saw there is every time the market came down, went back up, it acted as a ceiling. It dropped, came back up, ceiling, drop, came back up, drop, came back up, and then drop again, right? So it's like, think about a little child only jumping up and down. They could only reach a certain height, but they're going to come back down. Did everybody see that so far? Everybody understand that? I want this to kind of be interactive. Drop ones in the comment. You understand resistance. Sweet. Because guys, there isn't anything, technical, too hard about Forex once you keep it simple. You know what is hard about Forex? Is when you want to hear this strategy, that strategy, this person, that person, the other person doing this, the next one doing that, this one doing the other, that one doing this. Guess what? I am almost 99% sure that every single strategy has to do with support and resistance. So almost, right? So you get the basics down and then try and find your way wherever you want to go. If you want to go venturing, to Tom, Dick, and Harry strategy. Because there are, I don't even want to say hundreds, but there are way more than that out there. So resistance are basically, zones in the market where the price literally finds a spot that it cannot break above. So check this out. We saw that the on top there was resistance, but I want you guys to look at this one. This middle line that you're, well, the second purple box coming down. What do you guys see there? Giving you guys probably a second to two to drop in the box. Second zone, the second purple box, second, this one here. Let me just draw something on it so you guys can know what I'm talking about. If this thing will allow me to draw. And there it is. This one, this entire zone. Going all the way across. What would you call that zone? If anybody wants to unmute their mic, that is cool as well. Come on, guys. Nobody wants to go? So guys, that zone is both support and resistance. Let me show you. Nice. Joseph said that it's a price reversal zone. Guess what, buddy? Support, resistance, price reversal zones. You're gonna find price reversal zones at support and resistance zones. Guess what harmonic patterns are? Harmonic patterns are reversal patterns. More so, most patterns are reversal patterns, right? And if you remember what I said, I saw the market trending down, and you know the harmonics kind of called for a buy. Guess what? I bought till take profit one for it to complete the trend line, for it to continue going down. So I just told you all that we should be trading with the market trend. If the market is trending down, you trade down. But guess what? You could trade going up. When you get just good enough to understand support, resistance, everything on this slide, you understand that you could trade any market, in my opinion. So price reversal zones, correct, Joseph? Price reversal zones are also support and resistance zones. So guess what? Let me erase all of that and show you guys why I said it's both support and resistance. Market came down here, found support, went up, broke through support, came all the way up here and became resistance. Came back down, came back up, found resistance again, had a pullback, went through the resistance, and now became support. Became support over here, went back up, retest. This is the pullback for support again, and then went straight back up to previous resistance. So there, guys, you saw that price has memory. Joshua likes to say it, price has memory. Price came down, found new support here, then went up and became newfound resistance, which was previous support. So this is what I was saying to you guys. If you could identify support and resistance, you could, you could estimate and, make a more clear judgment as to where you believe price is going to go. So let's say you went into a buy here. Most people ask, so Aaron, where do you put your take profits? Where do you take your profits out? I typically take my profits out in a buy at the next resistance zone. And if I'm selling, I will take my profits out at the next support zone. But for now, I want you guys to follow with me on support and resistance. So you guys saw here that, price became, let me clear all. Price became support at the red dot. Then it became resistance at the yellow dot. It became resistance again at the yellow dot, yellow scribbles dot, anything you want to call it. It became support. Oh, somebody else is drawing. Okay. Let me disable you guys. Cool. So all the red dots is basically support. Yeah, red, whatever you want to call it, circles, scribbles, whatever. And the yellow ones are resistance. Can everybody see that clearly and understand what they're seeing? Seeing it is one thing. When I was, in my journey in Forex, Mike Miles, Christopher Derrick, they were doing this and I just could not see it. I could see it when they draw it like this, but if you give me a naked shot, I could not see it. Does that happen to anybody on this chat right now? Anybody on this call? You could see it when I do it. You could see it when any one of the educators do it. But you can't see it when you're alone with a naked shot. That doesn't happen to anybody. Dang, you guys are good. Yeah, cool. So nice. Ashram said it used to happen to him when he now got started. Ashram is pretty good right now. Ashram has all of this down, but Christopher want me to go over it. Cool. So Christopher, check this out. You guys could continue in the chat box. I will, have, if I see anything. It's harder, but I'm getting better. RR. Not too sure who is RR, but RR, guess what? It was harder for me when I got started. Oh, it's Rian. Cool. But I got it, and how I got it, it was application. It was me doing it. It was me looking for it. It was me attempting to it. I will always tie Forex trading success with your success in the gym. You can't go to the gym once a month and expect to gain muscles and expect to gain the fit body that you want. You have to go to the gym at least 3 times a week or even every day for the week and do your reps every single day, 3 times a week, whatever it is, to get the results that you want to get. You can't, most people believe that they could just go to the gym. I'm just using the gym, right? Lift 100 pounds and do 5 reps and call it George. Instead of going to the gym 10 days and lifting 50 pounds and doing smaller reps. Who do you think is going to have, more results? Person that goes every day to the gym and does, 50 pounds and does 5 reps, or the person that goes, to the gym once for the week and does 5 reps of 100 pounds? They think they're shortcutting it. That is what most people think, but it doesn't work so. So Justin, back to you, buddy. I'm gonna do it in colors so that you could probably follow it better. So the mark down, buddy, and the red signifies where the market, found support, and then on its journey up, the yellow is where it found resistance. And what you want to look at, guys, is any way that you could find resistance, you could also find support. And any way you can find support, you will find resistance. And then the market also came back down. You find support in this area here. And you could also see resistance in this area here off of this wick. Then it continued to come down. Like it just went up, come down, support again. And this was a journey up, resistance. Remember what I said, anywhere you can find resistance, you can find support. And where you find support, you can find resistance. Market came down, went up, came back down here. Oh, whoops. Let me undo that. So that was resistance. This was support down here. This was breakout of it. Came back and found support over here. And then it went on its way up from there to found resistance over here. Came down, it broke through. This was the resistance point up here for it. And then it came back down. Support. Then it kind of went up, went down. I'll just probably do it in blue. This is just a kind of pullback zone, retest. And then it went up all the way, found resistance on top there, resistance on top there. I showed you guys that initially came back down and found support in this zone here. And support here, support in here, and here. And again, it's all with range here, right? Nice. Okay. Drawing skills in the mouse kind of crazy, but you guys get the idea, right? Everybody's good with that. Have a clear enough idea before I move on. All right, guys, tonight looks like a long night. But it's for you guys to get it. Everybody's good? Let me know you're good so we can move on. Good. Sweet. If you're not good, don't worry. My drawing. Nice. So we are. Cool. Somebody's mic. Good. All right, cool, guys. So on to the next one. Wicks. Wicks show you guys price action. Wicks are very important in the market. Everybody's good. Sweet. Wicks tell you a lot about the decisions being made in the background. And this literally helps you a whole lot when you're trading. If you could understand, the language of candles. Candlesticks is a language by itself. We have English, Spanish, French, Portuguese, German, you name it. There's all languages in the world. Candlesticks is a language by itself. You learn how to speak that and you could, watch a Forex chart, just like how somebody will watch a composition in Spanish and could read it and translate it into English for you. If I watch it, I will not understand what anything means besides hola, adios, and that's probably about it. I will know those two words. Guess what? Candlesticks are very much the same way. Why did I share that? It's because I don't need to learn Spanish, really. You don't need to learn candlesticks. You don't need to learn the whole language for you to, understand it. You just need to know, which ones kind of make sense to you. So I kind of focus on what makes sense to me. And to be quite honest, I never really ventured into the world of candlesticks as a language. I just went straight technicals and I'm pretty okay with that one. So wicks. Candle B is a full-fledged candle. We call it, you see the whole body there and then there's a little wick on top and a little wick on the bottom. That's a typical candle. Candle A basically shows you what, it should have looked like. Candle A would have looked like candle B, but then it was forced down. So it's like price wants to go up, but the major players who really acting in the background decides that price should not go higher than where it's currently reaching on top here. We want to keep the price lower. So when you see long wicks happening like this, it shows you an indication of a reversal. It shows you indecision in the market as to what is happening. So you want to be mindful of that. Wicks in MRE. Wicks in MRE, really MRE just stands for major reversal areas. Some people call it MRZs, major reversal zones. You could call it anything you want to call it for you to remember. But you see wicks in points of reversal areas, and guess what? That is an indication of price wanting to go in the next direction. You guys agree with that? You guys understand that? You see wicks and major reversal areas is an indication that price wants to go in the opposite direction. So in this case, you guys saw that, okay, let me move this side. Yeah, I'm kind of fiddling with the chat box. I could close it. So we saw that, you know, we had a wick price, had a wick over here, another one over there. So that price came up, it didn't want to go up, it came back down. We had a long one over here. Price don't want to go lower. And then price shot up, basically consolidated in that zone, and we have a bunch of wicks in this area here. You guys seeing that? And then we have, you know, a bunch of wicks in this area here. Same thing here. Tell me something via the chat box or your microphones or what. What do you see happening in those areas that I drew in a box? When the wicks hit those areas, what did you see happening?
Aaron, we're seeing rejection in that area.
Sweet. So those who don't know, rejection means that, guess what? It's coming, and we have a lot of trainings on the call. So like you go into the party, you don't have a ticket, and they say, no, you can't enter. Basically, you've been rejected, right? So price reaches a certain point, and it can't go further. When price gets rejected from that area, guess what it does? It goes in the opposite direction, right? If you get rejected from somewhere, typically you go in the opposite direction. Now, tell me something now. Somebody else besides Ashram. I know Ashram knows this. In the yellow box, well, yeah. All right, now circle yellow there. What do you call that area from what we've covered so far? Resistance, correct, Rian? It's resistance. Now, what would we call, you know, the one in red? What do you think is the box in red, guys?
Support, Aaron.
Sweet. So guys, check this out. Tell me something. Joseph mentioned before price reversal areas, right? And I told Joseph that price reversal areas, typically, you will always find them in areas of support and resistance. This is wicks that are happening in major reversal areas. And you guys just identify that it's happening in areas of resistance and it's happening in areas of support. Check this out. You see that when price comes in support and it's you found the floor here, Next place price wants to go is up, right? Wants to go up. You also see that, you know, wicks in a major reversal area that you're seeing here, which we will find in all support zone, shows that price wants to turn around, which means it wants to go up. So that's another arrow going up, right? Then we saw that, hey, if we zoom this chart out, we could see that the market is trending up. You guys follow that with me so far? Anybody? Somebody? Everybody? Work with me, guys. Sweet. Now check this out. We could continue this, and you're gonna see a trend, right? Anybody find my trend line was good enough there? My red trend line? It showed coming up, bouncing off the trend line, bouncing off the trend line, bouncing off the trend line, off the trend line, break through the trend line. Now, guess what? We're gonna see that in the next one. I ain't gonna rush all there, but check that out. Right there, we have 3 confirmations. Basically, almost 4 confirmations. Yeah, 4. If you want to consider the wicks. Or 3, whatever it is. But right there, we could see that wicks happen at support and resistance zone. Wicks happen in major reversal areas. Major reversal areas ties back to support and resistance zone. Price reversal zones ties back to support and resistance zone. Price turns around at support and resistance zone. What was the first thing I told you guys? Support and resistance is like the foundational element of your trading success and your trading journey. You get this, then add everything else to whatever you want to do. But get this first. And not just any way you want to place a line. Doesn't work that way either, right? So, cool. We get with major reversal zones and wicks. It's another example of it. Wicks again. Wicks again. Wicks again. Wicks again. Wicks again. I mean, I can find wicks in almost any support and resistance zone. And guess what? You guys should have fun with this when we finish. Just go look for support and resistance zones. And guys, this is like the live this is a live chart from, you know, May 11, 2017. So if you go back to Australian dollar on FXCM broker on TradingView, you're gonna find this exact same layout. And then you can draw it up the same way too. Just to ensure that you're seeing the same thing. Just a little clue, little tip, little trick there for you guys. So that is wicks again. Guess you guys good with wicks, right? Everybody good with wicks? Anybody want me to explain anything with wicks before we move on? I know we're kind of long on this call, but sure you guys getting some cool value. We good? Guys, anytime I ask if we good, I'm looking at the chat box. Good. Sweet. So, on to the next one, man. Consolidation. Guys, this is definition of it. You guys could read it if you want, but it messes with you and you don't want to be trading in consolidated markets until you get, as where you are now, you don't want to be trading in consolidated markets. I'll leave it like that. It's, very much a position where the market is between, going up, going down. You don't know where it's going. It's just going sideways. Let me show you examples of it. This is an example of indecision in a market that is just ranging. And so, you find yourself in a position where the market is just going up and down, and you really don't know what's happening, what's going. You might say, well, okay, market found support, let me buy. You think the market found support here, so you buy. Guess what? Market bought here, and then boom, it went down. It may hit your stop loss. If your stop loss is further than this, it comes back up, you feel okay. All right, you're still into negatives, but you're not that much into, you're still hoping that it go up, and then boom, it comes back down. And when it comes back down, it's like, nah, I can't lose this money, and you close out your trade. And when you close out your trade now, boom, it comes back up, and it goes all the way up here. When you could have been in that trade, you kind of get stopped out because it was a consolidated market. So this was the amount of profits that you could have gained, within this range here. But because you were trading in a consolidated market that you're not, experienced with, you kind of stopping your own self out. So at this point in time, you don't want to be trading consolidated markets. You want to identify a consolidated market and stay out of it and not trade it. But guys, you could trade any market once you get your technical analysis down. You can trade any market, trust me on that one. But the key to it is understanding, the simple fundamentals. So for now, don't trade it. When you start applying everything we learn, and you get good at it, then you could start trying whatever you want to try on your demo accounts in any consolidated market and see how it works out for you. So consolidated market, there's no clear direction. Market ain't going up, it ain't going down, it's just going up and down in one zone. You don't want to trade that. I don't think I have any much more to say on that. And I want to move quicker than we trade, than we doing. But these are some other examples of consolidated markets, consolidated sections of the markets, I should say. Take a mental picture. Don't find yourself in them. Find yourself in where you could actually be profitable and not be guessing, not be gambling, because when you start guessing is when you start gambling. So don't be that person. Trend lines. Did it break or did it retest the trend line? Guys, trend lines, support and resistance, these are like some of the best things that you can learn. And some people find it too basic. Some people think that Forex is technical and they should learn, all the harmonic ratios and Fibonacci's and, the whole works. All of that is good. But it's good when you know this. You know this, and then you add anything else onto this, and you just made this way much better. And you just made Forex even more simpler. I will throw it back again to you guys. All I did last night was saw the scanner, called the trade. The market was in a downtrend. The scanner called a buy. I took the buy on a downtrending market because of technical analysis and the confirmations that I explained to you all. I got up in profits this morning because of that. No overthinking, no overanalyzing, no overprocessing, no all the fanciness that comes with many of the other things. None of that. simplicity. Keep it simple, keep it clean, and you're gonna have it sweet. So trend lines. Trend lines are basically, the adult version of connect the dots. You guys gonna draw one line and see if your line could pass through and just be a zone to connect it. Now trend lines is also a zone as well, but you could literally get a straight line too. So in this example here, we could see that the market is a downtrending market. We have lower highs. Each one of the white boxes there, it's a lower high that is labeled resistance. It's a lower high, right? Now, remember I also told you earlier on that anywhere that you see resistance, you could also find support. And anywhere that you find support, you could find resistance. That exact blue line that you see going across there, the trend line, that was previous resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, became support twice. Those who didn't see it, let me draw it. Resistance, 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 resistance. Market came up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But look at what happened here. When it came out, it became support, support, support. And it all happened within the same zone. And if you can't see the zone, guess what? Twist your phone, twist your laptop, twist your monitor to the diagonal angle of this trend line, and you will see a straight support and resistance line. Not too sure how that's going to work out for you, but you could try it. But trend lines are just diagonal support and resistance lines. It's the exact same philosophy, the exact same principle that I explained to you all with, with your support and resistance zone and identifying them. Trend lines are the exact same thing. So let me explain to you guys, what I saw last night. Everybody's good with identifying this support and resistance zone on a trend line. Anybody not so clear on it? What I want to add to it while you decided if you're clear or not clear is that when you see the market found resistance, and then you see it came up where I draw the yellow line and it became support, this is where you want to look for the market to change direction from going down to start, going up. And let me show you guys why I drew my line the way that I drew mine. I came across here. If I have to buy from here, the first point I'm looking for it to break. Right. Then the next one I wanted to break and retest is line. Next one I wanted to retest is up here. Why? Because everywhere that there was support, you're gonna find resistance. And that is how basically I will look for the market to move going up. All right, so far as say you're all good. Everybody agree as far as all good on support and resistance on a trend line. Now, let me clear all of this. Sweet. Now, guys, check this out. Last night, let's say, last night when this kind of called for a buy on a downtrending market, right? Let's say that, this was the harmonic pattern. Actually, I'll show you guys that afterwards. Let me show you guys that afterwards. And make sure you understand everything here. So what you want to do now, guys, is look for price to show you signs that it's going, in the direction that you want it to go. Let's show you that, Look for price to show you signs that it wants to go in the direction that you think, right? Guys, guess what? It's a no-brainer ahead, right? Look at it. All you want to do is look for the retest of support and resistance. This is, probably the best of it. Well, I was talking to a guy this morning, and he now signed up with IML, and he had previous experience from way back in 2009 trading with a company that was previously in Trinidad that is no longer here. He has a fair knowledge, but he just decided to go to IML to take his game to the next level. So he was like, what do you think? I'm looking at a sell on a particular currency this morning. So I was like, let me take a look at it. So while on the phone, I pulled it out, and I saw, the market. He was looking at the forward chart, and I was seeing some strong, bearish candles. So I was like, yo, that looks pretty good for a sell. However, I will not take it. He was like, why? He was basically looking at right here, almost identical setup to this. Almost identical setup to this. So you see that long, wide bearish candle? He was looking to sell right there. I was like, I will not sell at that point. He's like, why not? I say, price could find support right here and decides that it wants to go back up because price already found support here. You guys agree with that? Anybody agree with me so far? That, we had previous support, that price could possibly find support there? Nice. So I was like, I would not take the trade there. I was like, I will take it, however, if it does this. This is what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to break below, retest as resistance, and once it does this, then I will take this sell. And for those who are following with me, Aaron Rampersad will take his profit at the next support zone. We have support and resistance in this zone. This is what you want to look for, guys. You just don't want to take a trade because the market coming down, you go in and sell. No. You want to wait till see the pullback or the retest. That is okay if this happens. If this happens and you miss it, that is okay if that happens. Guess what? Wait for the next setup. Don't be running down your trade. Trust me, we got burned so many times with running down your trade that we decide that I ain't running down no more trades. If it pass, that's it. It's gone. That's okay. There's many more to come. What you want to do, guys, is always look for the retest. So let me show you how to identify the retest. The retest, again, is support and resistance zone. So my people on this call, you guys good with identifying support and resistance. You guys good with identifying the trend of the market, higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows. You guys could draw a trend line and, connect the dots, right? Now, this is what I want you guys to start identifying, the retest. This is your retest. Market came down, broke support, came back up, became resistance. Now, this was the resistance zone here, right? Follow this with me. What do you see happen at the resistance zone? We had two candles that had two long wicks bouncing off the resistance zone, indicating to you that price did not want to break this area. So you had resistance, because if I draw a line straight across there, I will get resistance, right? Then you had wicks, you have trend line. Now you don't really need to draw a trend line there, but I could see one. But he's looking for the wicks. You're looking for the break of support to become resistance to take your trade for the sell in this direction. Now, the next thing you want to do is also look for this. You have another opportunity to get into the sell. It's right up here. Now, this is a big area to get in. I probably wouldn't do it over there. I will do it over here. More over here than anything else. But this takes patience, and most people don't have patience. You just want to wait for the right time to get into the trade, not just get in at any time. And this is kind of called fake outs as well. This is what you call a fake out zone. Some people might be like, well, iron, it broke, it came down, found support, came back and tested resistance, come down, test back at resistance. Should I sell over here? Yeah, you could sell over here. But check what happened here. Market literally, I am pretty sure that this candle opened up, went down, and then shoot straight up. Took out a lot of people's stop losses and just hover around this area for a little bit. And then broke down, came back and tested the exact same zone here as it tested over here, which was over here, and then went again for a sell. And then it tested back the same zone here and went back for a bigger sell. Anybody caught that there? Like catching the pullbacks. The pullbacks is just price breaking, becoming resistance. Price breaking support, becoming resistance. Price specking resistance, coming down. Anybody good with that? Anybody not good with that? Yeah, I should ask that question. Is anybody not good with pullbacks? Because that is kind of like a deciding factor there. Is anybody not good with pullbacks? Everybody's good? Sweet. Nice. So moving on. Where am I going? And I am off. Finally, the entry, guys. Finally. Let's hold on a second. Yep. So I'm back. The entries. This is where you don't want to be running down the trades. The black arrows are the best areas for you to get into the trade. The white is basically the worst points for you to get into a trade. And if you miss any one of the areas that the black arrows are pointing at, you want to wait for the next pullback. So I am not going to go further until somebody either unmutes their mic or types in the chat box what is the next pullback? The next pullback is happening in which area? So what am I looking for the pullback? When the pullback happens, what is it confirming for me? What is it showing me an area of what? In this example here, the pullback is showing me an area of what?
Area of support, Aaron.
Pretty good attempt, but the pullback is showing me an area of resistance, which would have been previous support. So, pretty good answer. So, I'm gonna draw it out for those who you know can't yet see it. I should use, I think I'll use red and probably use a smaller width or something. All right, guys, don't judge me on my lines. Is that line too thin or it's good for you? All right, nobody answered, so I think it's good.
Okay.
So it's called finger drawing, man. I feel like I'm primary school at finger painted. All right, cool. So guys, just hold on 1 second. My battery is running low. Yeah, Ryan. Just to be clear, you're correct. Pullback is the same as a retest. That's the market breaking the previous zone and coming back to confirm it as either support or resistance. So in this case, those red lines basically are, areas of support and resistance. Also, if you look at each one of those lines that were previous support that became resistance, you'll also see that we have wicks in that area. You'll also see that price turn in the opposite direction in that area. So we have support resistance, we have wicks in major reversal areas, and we have, price being rejected and turning around in that area. And again, guys, everything happens really and truly at support and resistance zones. Simplest and easiest way of trading, in my humble opinion. So let me share this with you. I will annotate it in yellow for resistance. And you want to do what, guys? You want to sell off of resistance zones and you want to buy off of support zones, right? So anytime you see the market is at a area of support, you want to look for, buying opportunities at that point. Anytime you see the market as, an area as resistance, you want to basically be looking for sell opportunities there. So let me go with blue. So what you want to look for here, guys, is the pullback. See, the market came down. Okay, this is kind of small. That's kind of big. That's kind of okay, I think. Yeah. Market came down, came back up, came down, come back up, down, come back up, came down, come back up, came down, come back up. Could you guys actually identify that? Anybody saw that clearly? Anybody saw that, every time the market broke the area of support, it came back up on Tesla's resistance. And it's only when it tests back at that particular zone, you want to then take this area here and look for it as, as your next point of, entry for an opportunity. If you miss the first entry, wait for it to come back, retest as, resistance before you take the sell. Market continues to go down. You miss this one. Guess what? You wait for it to come back and test this next area here before you take the sell. Fair enough? You just want to wait for the pullback. So you want to start identifying support resistance. You want to identify trend lines. You want to identify, the pullback. You want to identify the wicks in the various areas to, indicate to you that price wants to go in the opposite direction. Is everybody okay with what we did so far? Good? I'm guessing we're good. And at the end of the day, no one has a crystal ball. No, we don't. I wish we did, but we don't. We don't predict the market. We respond to the market. Guys, we do not predict the market. We respond to the market. Now, how does all of this actually make sense to you? Or how does it, how does it actually add up? You just want to apply all of this that you just learned there to the harmonic scanner. You apply everything that I just did there to the harmonic scanner, and you're gonna have some crazy success. Because you don't need to be on every trade. You just need to see which one matches up, and you just take that particular trade. That's all you need to do. Anybody has any questions on what we did so far? Before I look to, look at the scanner. Anybody? Going once, going twice. Nope. All is good thus far. So while I was talking to you guys, I made like $20 on one of my other practice accounts that I have. Guess what I was talking to you guys? Because right before I came on this call, for those of you who know how my MT4 is set up, I got the alert, I looked at it, I didn't draw a single line, I didn't, do any drawing of support or resistance lines or anything. And guys, I just didn't do it because I could see it with my eyes. Remember what I said, I could not have seen it before. It was hard for me. I just never used to see it. I used to be twisting the trend line all how to, make points to, try to say that I draw a trend line. But now it's, pretty easy for me. And, this is where I want everybody to be at. I want everybody to be at, this particular point where you could just get an alert off the harmonic scanner, take the trade, and be profitable on it, because you know which trades to take or which trades you should not be taking. So let me see if I can log into the web scanner and show you guys something. Let me stop the share and let me share my new screen. Let's see if we could get a practical example of the application of all of this with the scanner. Let's start fishing. Now, guys, one of the reasons that I don't use this particular scanner is this one has me hunting for it. My desktop scanner alerts me when a new trade is available. So I don't have to go hunting for it. I don't like looking for things. See how this one looks. I don't really like that too much. I don't like that. The RSI is nowhere cool. The conditions is nowhere cool either. Your JPY. Let's see how that looks. That is okay. So this already kind of hit the take profit. I think I was on one of this. I think that's CAD JPY, NCD JPY, NCD JPY. Yeah. But typically there, let me show you guys something here. Trend line. Right? Trend line. So let me move my drawing too. Let me get this bigger. I just wanted to draw too much lines in. Maybe a bit bigger. Do it like let me open this up so you guys could probably see it a bit better. Now, you guys saw the trend line there. This point, this point, this point, this point, and you guys saw that? Lou, anybody out there? Cool. Nice. Trend lines. Now, this is where you want to get good at drawing your trend lines because guess what? This may have been the trend line all the time, right? All you could have gotten was this point up here, this point up here, this point over here, and this point over here. You don't know where this next point is, right? Because the market is down here. Now, this is where I say that I set my take profit at take profit 1, and I went to sleep confident in what I did. It was because of this. I draw my trend line all the way down here. This did not happen as yet, but I said that, okay, if this happened, and this happened, then chances are more than likely the market is going to come back up to hit my trend line before it looks to go back down. So the trend line is crossing between take profit 1 and take profit 2. I set in my take profit at take profit 1. Why? Aaron Rampersad is very comfortable at eating little and living long because there are many trades available to him. So we identify the trend line. That is how I set my take profit points. Now, the next reason why I will take profit 1 is this. Take profit 1 Anybody could tell me what they're seeing at take profit 1, the line itself going across? All right, guys, I'm going to be too hard on you. I know it's getting late, so let me cut to the chase with you all. Nice, Ashram. Previous support. Sweet. So you guys, Ashram know what he's doing. All right, let me clear this. On his support zone. Yep. Check this out, guys. Support. 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 Guess why I call this kind of support is because, you know, price closed both times above this area. If you see where the candle, literally the body of the candle is, it's above the area. Those wicks would basically just fake outs. But it still shows you an important part of the market as well. So that is why you see price playing around there right now. So guys, what do we know on support areas that is broken? If a support area is broken, then we're looking for the market to come back and retest as resistance, right? So check this out. The support area was broken. Market came down, reach here. The scanner called for a buy. RN see this. RN will be like support, support, support. Trend line, harmonic pattern, entry. Guess what? I will go for the buy, set my take profit at take profit 1. If I draw my trend line and I see it's between take profit 1 and take profit 2, that's all right. I'm comfortable with take profit 1. The market came back up, reach right here, respected as resistance, and then it came back down. Came back up again within the same zone. And it's coming back down. Some people will be that they will place a trade and they want to take profit 3. Right, they say the scanner is 85%, 90%, all kind of percentage they call it accurate. So it should get up there. Yes, it'll get up there. Maybe not now, but eventually. So what you want to look for, guys, is even in this, what I just drew there, in the black line that I just drew, what you see in there. Make it easy and all that again. I seen higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. You can even draw a trend line here. And see if price does this. Come up, come down, come up, come down. If it breaks here and retests above, then yeah, you could go for the buy. If it breaks below and comes here, well then, market typically looks like it wants to continue going down. Guess what? You don't have to know all of that right now. All you need to know is this. That is what you need to know. How to identify what I just showed you, support, resistance, trend lines, and apply it to the harmonic scanner. Why? Is because the harmonic scanner is doing all this work for you. If you look at it, I said that I will take my profits on a buy at the next resistance, right? Take profit 1 is the next resistance. The harmonic scanner gave you that. I said if I'm selling, I'll take my profits at the next support. Scanner giving you that too. If price breaks the last support area, guess what? It typically is going to continue down. They put the stop loss there for you. The scanner has harmonic patterns, harmonic ratios, support and resistance, and Fibonacci's all implemented into it. So guys, it's doing all of that for you. You just keep this thing simple, you keep it easy, you keep it basic, and you're gonna be profitable every single day. Any questions on what we basically did so far? Another thing I want you guys to understand is the utilization of, the indicator that is attached to the scanner. The RSI, it's there for a reason. Don't be the one that wants to trade off the RSI alone. You're gonna get burned. And if you do get burned trading off the RSI alone, just remember I told you so. Look at it. Where was price around this area? Price was around here, right? If you look at, when prices are around the area here, this, if you guys are seeing it clearly, it's the crosshair. You could always come to the settings up here and change your crosshair. And go to background, go to crosshair, and change the color so you can see it clearly. So you guys should be seeing it better there. No, let me just taking it up. Nice. So you guys will see it better there. So if you look around here, the RSI was at this particular zone. Now I just added a line down there. Same support and resistance kind of line. I just added another one. Check this out. Kind of make it a bit darker. Watch what happens every time price kind of reach this zone on the RSI. It goes back up, comes back down, goes back up, comes back down. Now, typically, these zones that you're seeing here, these dotted lines on the RSI signify 70 at the high point and 30 at the low point. 30 is where, we consider the market to be oversold. 70, we consider the market to be overbought. But sometimes you want to look at the market condition and see what it's doing. Now, if you guys understand what I just showed you there, again, we come back to a point of support and resistance. Come back to, drawing a straight line, drawing a slanted line, and see what price is doing in, at that particular line. Sometimes we put it this way, that Forex is just the adult game of drawing a line. Now, guys, check this out. Price in this zone, 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 all the way back here. Now I see price again in this zone. What do you think I want to do? So, okay, it could come a bit lower, but if it comes a bit lower, guess what? I have my stop loss there. That's okay. We only risk what we have, what we comfortable risking, right? But this is another indication attached to everything that I just showed you. Now, that just assists you even more in going further. So, guys, anybody have any questions on what we do? I don't want to, make it drawn out. I don't want to, saturate you guys even more, because I know John Mark's session is on just now. And right now, a Daisy session just started. And you guys should be on that as well. For those who know me, I know that I do not like to take away from the platform. So anybody have anything that they want to ask, anything that they want to find out, anything that they want to clear up based on what we, discussed so far? You guys saw support resistance, you saw the slides, you understand that. You see how I apply it to the harmonic scanner. You see why, why I will always say that I make trading so simple. Now, I was fortunate before I wrap this up, while you guys probably thinking about what you want to ask, because I'm sure somebody wants to find out something. It was one of the guys that started with us, in very early, and then he was like, bro, I see that, you're sleeping now. I was like, yeah, man. He's like, yeah, but you really worked hard for what you have today. And I was like, yeah, man, because when we got started, we were on every IML TV session because we wanted to learn what they knew, what all these guys knew. They could have traded Forex. So we were just logging on, watching what they're doing, learning from them, and trying to mimic what they were doing. now I have the ability to get a great night's sleep and get up in the morning and do exactly what I've just showed you to do there off the harmonic scanner and hit my daily goals without any sweat, without any stress, without, any frustration, and also without taking much risk. That is the next thing too. I spoke about that in the earlies. Keep your lot size low, keep your risk factors down, eat little, live long, compound your account. You want to play hero and do all the fanciness, have 2 accounts. You're gonna thank me for it when you compound the religious account. You're gonna thank me for that. So I am seeing that nobody has any questions. So if nobody has any questions and nobody has anything to ask, I do have, my final note onto this call. My final note is this. I will highly appreciate everybody applying what we taught, and whether it be you're doing trades off the scanner with what I just showed you and posting your profits, posting your losses, whatever you make, you're posting it in your group. At least we could see what we're doing here is helping somebody. Whether it be you draw charts of the same web scanner here and you send a screenshot into the group. For those who don't know, let me show you how to do it. You see on this top right-hand corner, there's this camera button. You just want to click on it, and it takes a photo. URL cannot be received. I don't know why, but it typically gives you the URL for it, right? URL is just this. It will give you this web address. You could copy it and paste it into Telegram and post it into the group for us. And, at least I could see that what I'm doing here is assisting you in some way or the other. And you could also be inspiring and, somebody else in your group who, probably just got started like yourself and, going through their process. So I would love to see this week going forward more, activity in the groups that you guys are posting what we learned, what we did, whether it be, you're drawing support and resistance and be like, hey guys, look what I did. Hey guys, what do you think? Did I do it right? Are you seeing more? Whatever it may be, you wanna be doing that. Posting your screenshots from your accounts. And for those who know me, know that I do not care whether it's demo or whether it's live. Once you're practicing proper risk, I am great with that. I just want to see you applying it because, this is the gym, guys. We need to do it religiously every day. If you want to be good and you want to have success, you want to do it every day. So with that being said, love and appreciate each and every one of you all. This was a long call, but I'm sure you guys got some value from it. I hope you did.